Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to your routine RuneScope with me. My name is Amanda. Just want to remind you to check out the video for your rising sign if you know it, because that can give you a bit more information about what will be going on for you in October, or sometimes it can be more accurate for you than your sun sign. It's a little more specific to your chart than your sun sign is. So, of course, the only way to get a reading specifically for you on any issues or areas of concern you have is to schedule one with me. I do readings on Skype. They are $5 for a half an hour session. Drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video if you want to set up an appointment. Sometimes it can take a few days for me to get back to you. Please be patient. I promise I will. And we'll get that scheduled. But for now, let's jump in. As you can see, in the spirit of being here, see what we've got going on for you. And we're Gemini. Gemini, I hope you'll be going out for me. Gem friends always have the best costumes. You really put up. I've got one guy, he's just always, it looks like he stepped off a movie set. Like, I think he'll have an axe in his head and blood and everything. It's really impressive. He puts a lot of work into it. So, I do hope you guys will enjoy me. Because the ones I know, the Geminis I know, really seem to get into it. Let's lay out our tarot cards here. Looking good, Gemini. Looking good. And I am using the Vampire Tarot in combination with the Rune Stones for the month of, or just kind of sticking with the mean spirit of things. Okay, the challenge for you guys, remember, you may be trying to get someone to open up a little bit more than they have. And I feel like this is for a lot of you, Gemini women in particular. You'd be dealing with a masculine water sign energy. Now, again, with these court cards, because these readings are for so many people, does not have to be a water sign male. But for most of you, that will be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer energy. A masculine energy can be a masculine woman as well, if you're a gay female. But you'd be trying to get this person to open up and share a little bit more emotionally with you. Or maybe to be a bit more present in a relationship. Now, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a friendship. It can be a family relationship. What I'm feeling, Gemini, is that you're feeling really the potential of, within this person, to be a very protective person, a very good person. Maybe they're just going through a difficult time. Maybe this is somebody who's normally very positive and normally a very good influence, but they're feeling different to you. Their energy feels different, or maybe they're just feeling down. Maybe they're not being as talkative, as open with you as they normally are. Maybe you're getting kind of one-word responses. When you ask your barrage of air sign questions, you air sign people are the question people. All of you are kind of closet journalists. But no, maybe you're just not getting the normal responses that you get. It's just maybe this person's very monosyllabic when normally they speak, they are very communicative or more communicative than they're being in Uber. Now, some of you Geminis, maybe you've met someone that you're interested in who fits this kind of energy pattern of a water sign male. And it does not have to be a water sign. Could be somebody that just has water sign rising or these traits. Somebody who is a bit more creative. He'd be a very good leader, but not very, open emotionally. He is very sensitive, actually, and has deep emotions, but is very careful and selective about who he shares those with. So, this could be somebody that you are interested in, Gemini. Your challenge may be to make this person aware of that. Because what I'm seeing is you need to take the initiative here, because this guy's kind of shy about expressing his interest, unless he's a Scorpio. All bets are off if it's a Scorpio. Because, sometimes they can be very aggressive, they can be very forthright, and other times they can be very shy. I've met both kinds. But with a Cancer or a Pisces male, they're generally going to, they're not ones to make the first move. There are exceptions, of course, depending on, if they have a fire sign rising, they'd be more likely to take the initiative. But this is somebody you're maybe going to have to pursue, Gemini. So get your flirt on. And I honestly don't know why this is coming up as a challenge for Gemini, because I've never known a Gemini who had trouble flirting. But if you do, Maybe you have a sign, a moon sign or rising sign that, makes you a little less flirtatious than your Gemini brothers and sisters. And if that's the case, yeah, just work on that and more. Because it does seem like if you can kind of get up the gumption to do this or get this person's attention, you're going to be well received and happy with the result that you get. But I do just want to show this card because, again, this deck is pretty awesome. The King of Cups there. But yeah, there's a new beginning, and you just kind of have to find your way through it. You got to take your blindfold off. Maybe, Gemini, this guy is in your environment and you haven't seen him really as a romantic prospect or as somebody who maybe this person is a friend and you maybe haven't seen him as a romantic person or as a romantic interest. But with the Three of Swords reversed next to this rune, that means there's a new beginning that can be pretty awesome for you if you just take off that blindfold. Just remove those barriers. Change your thought process, change your perspective. Really start remembering past things that this person has said or done and see them in a new way, as if, and you may be, oh, I think he was flirting with me. Because again, he's not an overt flirter, this guy, or this masculine woman. However it is for you. This person is not overtly flirtatious. So, I mean, it's going to be subtle. But you feel like, Gemini, that you are overanalyzing, which air signs are apt to do. But with these cards, what it's indicating to me is that you're picking up on what this person's trying to convey. They're just not very overt about it. So you do have to kind of analyze things here. But if you can do that, I see you come into an aha moment, a breakthrough of sorts, and it's going to be a fabulous thing for you. I do feel like, this is a good person. So, you see the world very differently. This be somebody who is very different from you. Maybe that's why you were not noticing really. Maybe it's somebody totally different from the kind of person you would normally be interested in a romantic sense. For those of you already in a partnership, again, if somebody, your mate, has not been as communicative as usual, there's something going on that they feel like they're trying to get you to ask what's wrong. It's basically what I'm getting. It's like they're subtly sending you hints that something's not right. And if you just ask, they're going to tell you. You kind of have to drag it out of them. But again, you're an air sign. You can ask questions like nobody's business. You can ask the right questions to get to the point and get them to tell you the information that you need to know. Air signs deal in information, so you know how to get it out of people. So yeah, if this is your mate, if you stop and think about it, I think you're going to be able to figure out maybe what's bothering this person, and you'll get them to open up through your creative communication techniques. Advice for you, Amber. Anything that you feel has been blocking you has only been mental, Gemini. Because actually, I think you're going to be in the right place at the right time to go after a goal or swiftly hear about an opportunity, Amber. The thing is, you may not be able to act on it right away with the Eight of Swords here. But these runes are very good. So this delay or whatever be stopping you or blocking your way initially, you need this time in order to kind of reflect and think about this. We do have a Mercury retrograde in order. That is a good time to think things over, reflect, review. All of those are E words. Because pushing things forward, you'll just run into obstacles and delays. It will be direct by the last week of her. So if you can just use those first 3 weeks to really review things, think about a new solution, think about your goal, whatever it be, whether it's in a personal relationship, whether it's a new job, a business, a creative idea, whatever this is. I do feel a lot of you even meet, again, a masculine energy who can help you achieve your goal. And, for some of you, maybe it's this guy. Maybe he's not a romantic prospect. Maybe he is a business prospect, a business partner, somebody whose skills you could use to get up your website or pursue your own goal, your own idea. The thing is, you can't kind of go through her kind of trying to tear through any opposition or remove obstacles, because you're just going to find that as soon as you remove one, another one is thrown in your way. So this goal can be achieved, but it's probably going to start at the end of a burn into her. Just be patient, Gemini. It's going to happen because you're very tenacious about this. Whatever this is, you want it really badly. And for some of you, you may not realize how badly you want something until you meet this person. So, I mean, yeah, for those of you who are single, you could be meeting somebody who is, again, probably kind of quiet, will let you do most of the talking, maybe shy initially. Maybe you meet this person at a Halloween party. Possibility. But yeah, and you feel like, oh, this person doesn't talk. This person doesn't talk enough for me. I can't, so I feel like I have to drag everything out of this person. Give this person a chance, Gemini. Because remember, when we first meet people, even somebody who is maybe generally very talkative or communicative, may not be in a room full of strangers or at a party, or because, maybe they're out of their element in crowds, but you get them alone and they're actually very open and maybe sometimes completely different person with somebody they're comfortable with. Keep that in mind, Gemini. Don't discount someone. Because I think it would be a mistake. Definitely give everybody a fair shot here if you're looking for romance. What can't be changed about the month of October? Again, we've got the Gifu rune. And if you'll recall last month, I believe it was you, Gemini, who you were supposed to be getting a gift. And if that did not pan out, those of you who didn't get that in with the Eight of Wands reversed, just like you were waiting on it, and here it is. Again, this could be a solidifying of a partnership. It could be, moving in together. It could be you are proposed to, you get engaged, you meet someone and you start dating, or you've been dating and now you're boyfriend, girlfriend. It's like you step it up. Whatever your next level is in a relationship or business partnership, does not have to be a personal relationship. But it normally means with this rune that somebody offers something to you. Now, some of you may be tired of waiting on a relationship to be solidified. And that's another way this could work. Maybe you are just like, oh gosh, maybe you've been together for 8 years. Maybe you've been together for 8 weeks and you've been dating and you feel like you should be moving into the next level, So that would be, I feel like it might not be the month to broach that subject, Gemini, just to give you a heads up, just because of Mercury retrograde and all the miscommunication that can happen. Somebody take it as an insult or in the wrong way, not the way that you mean it when you're just trying to open a dialogue on this. So, it may be best to broach that conversation in November, Gemini, if, you are feeling it. And it could be that if you just wait until the other person steps up and surprises you. Because again, this is a gift it's a sign that this rune is also a sign that any area of life that you've been dealing with hard times, you've been dealing with difficulty. Maybe it's been one obstacle after another on the job front or in relationships, or, if you've been dealing with that pattern through this eclipse season and all that square stuff over the last year or so, this rune is a sign that it's about to change. And you've had it twice now. You've had it in Ember, and things are fixing to get a lot better. So just hang on, Gemini. I think you're going to find that any area where there are crinkles, you're going to be able to smooth those out, particularly after October and for the remainder of the year. I feel like it's all downhill for Geminis. And honestly, October doesn't look too bad. We've got a lot of swords here, but the Three of Swords is reversed. So, I mean, to me, that means taking off the blinders and just seeing someone who's there, or seeing a situation that maybe was obscured from your vision. So of the readings I've done so far, Gemini, not looking bad for her, not at all. I think the eclipse would just be helping you see something that has been there all along that you didn't notice, or someone that maybe you haven't seen in a certain way who is a very viable option for you. At the end of her, or kind of what the outcome's going to be, this card in runes is normally what the energy is going to be around at the end of the month, how you feel after everything is said and done. I feel like you will be focused financially on new beginnings, Gemini. And this could be because maybe you are Some of you may be dealing with some drama at work, and I don't think that's the main issue. It's just another kind of, you feel it's a sign to you that you should be doing something else, or that you need to kind of get out of the situation that you're in. And again, this kind of goes back to those of you who have a goal of starting your own thing or finding a new job, going out on your own in some way financially. Some of you could meet a King of Pentacles type, so maybe if the King of Cups isn't for you, there'd be at the month a King of Pentacles energy. So this is again, it does not have to be a man. It can be a masculine female, but it could be somebody who is an earth sign or somebody with those energies. So we're talking Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus energy here, maybe rising sign. Somebody who's King of Pentacles is very good with money. He's very good at balancing the budget. He's very good at he's a very good boss, because he's very good at kind of dispensing wisdom, helping people know their talents or recognize their talents. Now, this can be somebody who kind of rescues you from a situation where maybe people are picking on you. So if this is a work situation, Gemini, where you're kind of getting the short end of the stick, maybe you're working with people who are not being fair, who you're having trouble getting along with, maybe they're being just rude to you. You feel that you can't rely on them to do their job. Maybe you feel like you're doing all the work in this scenario. This guy is going to back you. So if you go to him and like, hey, I'm working really hard on this, but it's getting close to the deadline, and these two aren't doing their job, or these three, or how many people, he's going to step up and he'll bring you all in there, and he'll find out who's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And even if these people try to lie their way out of it, he's going to know. Because again, when it comes to money and delegation and knowing who's doing what, he's going to know. You can't pull the wool over this guy's eyes. And some of you, this may be somebody that you're having romantic feelings for, that you work with. And maybe people are kind of spreading gossip about this. So that could be what you're dealing with at the end of work. And maybe some of you are going to a work-related function. Maybe there's a party for the office, and maybe you got to talk to this person if he's your boss, or maybe somebody that you work with a little bit about more personal things, and you find that you hit it off. So Gemini, if you are single, dress up for and definitely pick an outfit that flatters, or that it's nice and gory. Because my Gemini friends, a lot of them tend to favor those. But I mean, however you go, it seems like you're going to get attention. But you're going to catch the eye of a couple people at least, I think, over Gemini. So all in all, a good month. Again, just, work with that Mercury retrograde energy. That's the big thing. It's not a huge deal. You just have to know how to use it to your benefit. So that is what I see. Good luck. Again, happy, and I'll see you back here in November.